Hello, friends. Once again, your friend Yogesh Bhausar is in front of you guys getting the new update for the YTA system. The most important thing about getting the updates is that whenever I feel that there is a slightest chance that can help you all guys to change the way you all trade and can help you all guys in trading, I make sure that it is updated in your system and everybody can take advantage of it. Before we start, a small disclaimer that whatever I share, whatever I speak, whatever we discuss over here is only for the educational purpose, and it has nothing to do with any of the advisory or tips or any kind of investment perspective. This is only for an illustration and to show how my system will work. So currently we have come up with a new amazing cloud EMA based trading update. Now I will just try to share with you because I want to keep this thing to a point because I want to share and cover up a lot of things. I'm going to share my screen with you all guys. Uh, yeah. So what was it before that we were in the beginning, our previous system was this where you could see lot of EMAs over here and in that setting up what had happened was that this was fixed EMAs that I had given and there were a lot of traders who were trying to convey that please give an option that even we can change our own EMAs. So what I came to know that people are seeing that there are a lot of EMAs and clustered EMA and that a lot of not a lot of say few of the students were kind of sir, how can we make it more simpler and how can we make more visually presentable and all. So what we come up, we listened, we were researching and we went through a lot of other videos and everything else and then we came up that what can work for us. So this is what we have come up. This is the new update that has come up. That is, you will see such kind of clouds. You know, now there are practically typical. There are some kind of five clouds that I given. Every cloud has a minimum of two EMAs crossover. So whenever the EMAs will cross over each other and whenever they are above each other, you will see such kind of clouds. Okay, and whenever they are down this like this entire area you will see such kind of falling clouds. So it will be very clear that what are you seeing. So trend will be also very clear to you all guys, and even the downside trend will be very clear when the upside moment is coming very clear. So now let us get into the deep dive. What will happen is what are this criterias of the three band that I'm using. I will take a screenshot and I will send it to you all guys on the our WhatsApp group because I don't want this to be leaked outside with the general public or otherwise how different would it be than your paid service and they are not. You know, you have to be a YTA system member for that and that's what you get a little bit privilege. Now, what happens in this? Let us start any kind of analysis. Okay. Now, what happens? What is the benefit of this? What we want in this system is that we want this green band above the red band and red band above the blue. Now, this band, you can see them, you can tell them the cloud. Now, each cloud has two EMA crossover. So there are total six EMAs and they are crossing each other. Okay. The ones, what are the readings, I will send you across in the group so that you can do the changes for that. Okay. Now, what you have to see is that over here, you can see the red cloud is above the blue cloud. And if you see very clearly, I'm going to just do it more. Over here, we could see there is a gap between the red and the green. Now, this kind of gap is very important. You know, we need the gaps like this between the clouds. Now, if you can just see it over here, in this area, how there was a gap in between, the white color gap. So what it shows that the trend is very strong. There could be a pullback in the lower side. And then when it goes up, it shows that there is a lot of strength in the stock. Now, if you see what has happened, it went up. There was a good selling. Then it again went up. Now, this gap has helped us to be in the trend. Everyone knows how to use this black flag, so I don't have to explain again. The best part over here, the long term trend is still intact. The short term trend was weak, and the shortest trend was even more weaker when it went below this EMA. Now what happened is, now what we can see, the stock has taken a support on a long term band, that is the long term cloud. The stock had reversed up and went above both our clouds, that is green cloud and the red cloud. The green cloud has crossed the red cloud, and we have a gap. This is gap one and this is gap two. Now what we can assume, I'm not saying it will happen. Sorry for it, but I'm trying to tell you all guys that there is a strength in this counter now. Now, what is our valuations indicator is saying, that's a different indicator. The people who have subscribed for the valuation, for them, they have already know how to use it. Now, right now, the update is about the specific YTA system. So I'm going to stick to it. In YTA system, you can see the monthly dots are green. The weekly dots are green. There are gaps between these two indicators. The red one is above blue and the green cloud is above the red one. What we can do is we can shift to a lower time frame, that is on the weekly time frame. Now we want the weekly time frame to be the same logic again. Now we want again the red above the blue and the green above the red. And we want gaps in between them. So what happens when the gaps are there, we can consider that there is a very good strength in the stock. Now I will just toggle a little bit and just a second, I'll just make this thing clear. Style, and let's put lines. Okay. Now what is happening? This was the resistance from a very long time, which was coming from the monthly time frame, which was this area. Okay, this area, this high and this high. The stock was between this and it was consolidating because of this long-term cloud. On the weekly time frame, we have a breakout, but do not rush. What happens? Yeah, this was a pure accumulation area. Okay, what we want is we want this breakout to happen and we want these gaps to be created. Now, what happens when the gap has been created? There will be a couple of pullbacks. So right now, what is happening? The stock is coming to for a pullback in this area. But the trend now it has shown it's an uptrend. How? We have gaps. The green is above red. The red is above blue. The YTA system on the monthly time frame is green and weekly time frame is also green. Now what you can do? The monthly time frame is telling you that I'm bullish. Weekly time frame is also saying I'm bullish, but right now they are coming for a pullback. What we can do is we go to the daily time frame. Okay. On the daily time frame, we can see relative strength is above zero. Both the relative strengths are above zero. The stock is consolidating and the green is penetrating under the red, but it is taking a support on the blue long-term channel. What will happen in a specific particular time is that, let me get the brush so that I can explain you. Mm, yeah, what will happen due to this resistance? Right now, the stock is consolidating. It's right now forming a uptrend, uptrend stock coming down in downtrend channel. Okay, the stock may consolidate for a couple of time and it may give a breakout over here. Once the stocks gives us a breakout, we will see the green is coming up, the red is below that, and the blue channel cloud is also below that, and there will be a gap like this below this. Once we get a breakout and closing over here with our gaps that are forming, we will see there is a trend changing on towards the higher time frame. There, here is where we can have a buy setup and a stop loss somewhere here, and we can leave the stock and stay in the trend as long as we do not get a black flag. Now, what happened over here, if you see, same thing. It gave a breakout, it came down, and what is happening? Somebody just must have bought it somewhere here. This could have been the stop loss, and there is no black flag, and the person who must have bought it at the bottom is enjoying the rally. Okay, but we are not taking it because this wasn't the ideal trade, because weekly was down and this was just a breakout on the monthly time frame. I want to show you the other thing is this Maruki latest example. Yeah, see, on the monthly time frame, we have wonderful gaps. Can you see this gap? Can you see this gap? We also have a breakout of the all-time high. Okay. Now, all-time high does not mean that everybody has to get scared. We get a lot of all-time highs and the stock keeps going up and up to make new highs. And now that's how an amazing rally stock or multi-bagger stock has been created. Okay. Every stock makes new highs and keep going up. So you don't have to worry just because they are making an all-time high. So what are we trying to say is that on the monthly time frame, we had this resistance. Okay, or we can see a smaller kind of a consolidation of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months of consolidation. You shift on the monthly time frame, and can you see this consolidation? The stock went down, the green went into the red cloud, but the major long-term trend is still positive. We have one relative strength which is above zero, which we had in crossing above the smaller time 65 relative strength, which has gone above zero too, and the stock gave a breakout on the on the weekly time frame. The most important part is, can you see the gap? Now, what is trying to do? It is trying to go and follow the monthly time frame. So if everything goes well, my YTA valuation is also showing that quarter on quarter and year on year, it's an undervalued stock. Okay. So there is a high probability. There is nothing sure. What is happening again on the weekly? It's making a small consolidation and the breakout will happen. And then the stock will keep on moving up and keep making a new higher highs. Okay. It will keep creating new all-time highs. What happened in force motor right now? Okay. See, on the monthly time frame, what we had this wonderful gap already created in this areas. Okay. Now, once we know that what is the trend, you have done your fundamental analysis, you have done your sector analysis, you have observed all what is happening in force motors. What do you see? This a negative 830 million company has made a net income of positive of 3,994 million. So it was bound to have such a big jump, a negative company converting into a positive company. Okay, so what we do is we shifts on the weekly time frame. When this breakout happened, there was a gap created over here. Okay, we cross this consolidation part. Monthly, it is showing green. Weekly, it was showing green. Somebody would have taken an entry over here at around 2160 or something and put a stop loss over here. That's it. How much rally it has given from there? The stock has nearly given 220, 244%. And Yta-System has still not asked anybody to move out. It is still saying that the stock is still under trading. Will just because Yta-System saying will it go further up? No, I'm not saying anything like that. There can be change in the trend. But this is right now under consolidation. Okay, if you can see the smaller consolidation is going on, which is approximate around 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Okay. Now, if you go on a lower time frame, because we know that monthly time frame and weekly time frame is already going on the higher time frame. Now the stock is looking for a new breakout. Okay. Now the most important thing is again, the green is above red, the red is above blue. The aggressive one who must have already had the stock at the lower time frame when it gives a breakout out here. Okay, the one can go for a stop loss here and add about this particular high. Will it happen? Will it not happen? That's how the YTA system works, adding a stock on every high. Um, uh, and keep shifting your stop losses. Oh, okay. Now, if somebody is taking a fresh position at 8,000 rupees, of course, yes, if you see on the weekly time frame, the entry was over here major and there can be a huge downfall potential out here. So how much are you risking? What are you doing with your risk reward? That is up to you. But this is how generally the new update would work for you all guys. Okay, now I showed you an example how to use it because there's a gap, how nice this system would help in a trending stock right now. Signity, if I'm not wrong, yeah, Signity, this thing. Now let us see this on the monthly time frame. We had a breakout of a previous all-time high, and we had a bit of consolidation of nearly one, two, three, four, and the fifth one is the breakout. Most important thing is monthly down dots are green, weekly dots have turned green, and what we can see is we have gaps. Okay, so this shows that is a good trend that is going on in the market right now in this stock. Y on Y is telling us it's undervalued. We shift on the weekly time frame. What I'll do, I just mark this consolidation area. And on the weekly, if I go on the weekly, what you can see, there was always a gap between this green and red. Okay. We have a small resistance breakout. That's why we have a good big black arrow also. And we have a closing above the resistance. Okay. Both the relative strength are above zero on the weekly time frame, and we have those gaps that we need. Gap number one and gap number two. The green is above red, the red is above blue. Okay. Now the smart trader who have analyzed the entire stock and everything uh can could have added over here about this and put a stop loss below this. Okay, and then see what happens after this. Okay, and if you see on the daily time frame again, we have couple of resistance over here which was broken yesterday, and we have this little bit of selling pressure because markets are not doing anything strong momentum as of now. It's stuck in a specific support as of now. But even on daily, what you can see is that there are gaps that have been created. The green is above red, the red is above blue. So the main important strategy, what we are following is a momentum strategy. We want to be with the stock which are showing us the strength. If we see the entire, the people who can observe it because of their experience and all, we can see there is a wonderful round cup breakout too. And who has read my relative strength with technical analysis book? For them, there is one more good news to see in the stock that both the relative strength has crossed above zero. So which shows that there is a good strength. If see the last when this on the daily time frame when the both the RS has crossed above, the stock had given a nearly a return about 25%. Okay. And after that, once only single one relative strength has gone down, but the longer term relative strength has always been above zero. The stock is trying to go back to the longer time frame, what they are saying. And if I toggle in the 3 months, we can see that the stock has always been an uptrend and making new all-time high from January 2023. And within that span of time, what do we see? The stock P is around 10 to 15 P on the TTM basis. And the company is growing with a very slow pace, but it gradually may pick up. So fingers crossed on that. And this is how, it's not a tip, it's not a buy sell recommendation, but a simple way is how one uh, can see the stock, how to invest in any kind of stock. Okay, so that's how you can take a help of a specific system. So guys, this is it from my end. Hope you have understood how to use this YTA system, and hopefully that if you have any question, I'm just one email away. The people who are interested for this YTA system can get in touch with me on ytaschool@gmail.com, and I will share you my payment gateway and all, and how you can get it into your trading view. And hope the system helps you in any way. And if there are some kind of any updates, I will surely again share it with you all guys, as I'm doing right now. So this is from my end. Thank you so much, guys. See you soon. All the best for this.